I'm just sitting here with Karen, and we're watching the sun go down. We're talking about the progress on our house this year and when we'll actually be done. We don't know. But we were thinking first 2 years we were here, we built the barn and got it livable. Third year we got Heather and Kyle's superstructure up. Fourth year we got our superstructure up, along with getting electrical, mechanical, plumbing over at Heather and Kyle's.
And structural.
Yeah, and structural, yeah. Yep. And so Karen goes, yeah, what are you going to do when we're done with this? What are you doing for the encore?
Yeah.
The encore?
The outro.
Playoffs? You're asking about playoffs?
Yeah.
Today we're working on our window wall. We're going to add the horizontal members into the wall framing. This will allow us to see the size and shapes of the windows in real life. Welcome back to Building at the Woods. We're a multi-generational family building 2 homesteads here in western Michigan. We call our homestead project the Hazelwood build and the kids' homestead the Wildwood build. We've both taken raw land and are building houses from the ground up, doing most of the work ourselves and helping each other as we go. If you're interested in the DIY way of life, you're in the right place. We've made a lot of progress this summer. Well, the roof is mostly on and waterproof, so we're working on the last bits of framing. In this episode, we're focused on the window wall, trying to get the layout of windows arranged in a way that we're going to love. Come along with us, see what we're doing. We built this house too good, babe. So what you're seeing us do here is we're taking out some of the cripples here because we decided that we actually want the window a foot taller than we originally built it for. So we're taking out the supports on each side of the header, and we'll put some longer ones in.
Clean slate.
Alright, back to where we can build forward. One of the reasons we decided to make the lower windows taller was to make it so that the horizontal lines of the room would line up. That door that's over on the far right hand side, we wanted the top of that door area to line up with the top of the windows going across. Alright, do the next one.
So the next one is gonna have a diagonal header.
That's a great question.
I'm seeing, well, but then we've got that to contend with. One, two, three windows?
Well, I think there is at least 3 in the middle set. Where do we put the crossbar? The next crossbar. Feels like we might have a narrower set. You know, maybe a 5 by 5.
4 5x5s across there and then the angles?
Are we 100% sure that we're gonna stay at 7 feet?
Yep. I love that,
Regardless of what else happens
regardless.
up there.
Yep.
Okay. Got that on videotape, just so I don't have to tear it down again.
No. 7 foot.
Alright, so we come over here and
Rinse and repeat.
okay. Stop moving so much.
Yep. I'm looking too.
Well, later that day, I got back out there and finished the 4th window. Then I added some sheeting to the nearby wall sections just to continue the process of getting the walls closed up. The next day, we were back at it. The objective now was to complete the upper window headers and finish the wall framing. How high is Daddy going to let you go? I don't know, Grandpa. We'll see. Well, the objective for today is to close up this window wall, throw some sheeting on here, and get it ready for winter. There's a little bit of the framing that we just tacked in because we weren't sure that we were going to be happy with the sizing and placement of the windows and the dividers. But I think that we're choosing to have the lower windows be a little bit larger just because that's where you stand and you look out. And we want that to feel really wide and open. I know it makes that next section up look a little bit skinny. But overall, I think that the look is going to be okay. So we're going to finalize it, put some more nails in that, screw the posts together, and put some sheeting on. Here you see me extending the jack stud through the header. We wanted to make sure that the upper jack studs had full support all the way up and down that post. Also took this opportunity to lean out through the window and nail the tops of those sheets. Next we switched to sheeting. We're adding more sheets of plywood on the exterior of this wall. This was actually a lot trickier than it sounds because the dirt on the other side of that wall is very uneven. It goes from where I was standing down 10 feet to the next level, kind of on a slope. So we weren't actually able to sheet the entire wall, only the sections where we were able to get a good ladder on the outside. We ended up going through the winter with half of the wall unsheeted. We just hung a big tarp up there to keep the snow out. The next thing I did was that I rigged my drill up for driving GRK structural screws. You can see these screws are 8 to 10 inches long. It allows them to go through multiple layers of 2x4 material and tie them all together. I went ahead and put these structural screws about every 1 foot going up each one of those posts. Karen and I are out here on the roof again today. Going to roll out some more Grace Ice and Water Shield. We are getting close to being fully waterproofed with this Grace. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow we'll be done. All right, so the first one, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and a half, and an angle, and then half. Well, we got all the way up to the very last strip and ran out of grace. So I'll have to get one more roll. But before we actually put that last roll on, we've got to do some work up there on the peak, just to finish a little bit of sheeting there. There's a 17-inch strip of sheeting that has to go up on each side of the peak to the very crown of the roof. So we'll be working on that this afternoon. So in order to get that top area done, there's a lot of hauling material up and down and calling measurements and all that kind of stuff. So Karen and I have worked out a system, and what we're going to do is we're going to hook a rope and a bucket up. And so she's going to stay down here and cut pieces of board, put them in the bucket, and I'll haul them up and grab them through the little crack in the roof. It'll save some time, I think. Well, with the final bits of sheeting done on the peak of the roof, we were ready to roll out our last bits of Grace Ice and Water Shield to complete the waterproofing.
Hello.
Woo! Almost done.
Yeah.
All right, look busy. Karen, the boss just showed up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Admiring all the work that got done without me around. I should leave more often.
You're gonna have to give me a raise though if you want me to step in for the boss's role. Hey, do you mind sticking a piece on?
No, I don't. All the way on the
I cut that one down there short accidentally.
I can do that for you if you'd like.
This back side is significantly less sticky.
The other side or this side?
This side, where it's gotten cool.
Yeah. I can tell. I can tell that this stuff isn't as sticky.
So we got the last bit of ice and water shield down. However, we were 6 feet short of the Grace, so we had to use a piece of that old crappy ice and water shield that we started with. And unfortunately, it's not sticking very well. So I'm gonna have to come up here and put a couple of roofing nails in it just to hold the edges until it warms up and gets sticky enough. Well, it's been a good building season. We've got a lot done. This is where we're gonna leave you. The next episode, we'll pick up with some stuff that's happening in the new year. Till then, take care.